Well, today I need to recaulk my shower stall. So we're going to use the Alexander technique as we improve our bathroom. So here are the tools we need. We need some little pieces of newspaper. Those will come in handy in a little bit. We need enough caulk. I just need enough for that wall. These handy dandy tools that I got in a package at Lowe's. A little bit of soapy water to spray on the caulk once I've applied it. And finally, this is to scrape up any of the dust from scraping off the old caulk. So now, come along. Here is a great opportunity to use the Alexander techniques, folded, standing, or folding into a squat. So here's what most people would do. Yeah, that makes sense. You got to get down in this little space, but we're not going to do that. Free your neck. Let your head move up so that your whole spine starts to follow. Think of the whole torso lengthening and coming a little bit off of the top of the leg bones. Your hip joints are free, and you're going to release your knees forward and fold nice and smoothly into this sitting position. I have a nice little stool to help me. Now we're going to scrape away. And, I'm all crunched up. In order to get the force here, do I need to do that? Nope. I want to keep widening here, widening and expanding my back. As I free my neck, send my head up, I can get some real force from my legs pushing into the tub and continue to pay attention to the way that I'm using myself. It's hard work, but you can really keep using yourself in a good way as you scrape away at this caulking. So I'm going to do this for a while, then you come on back and we'll look at what we do next. Welcome back. So while I was working, I discovered a couple of other ways that I can do this. Along with scraping this direction, I can also come in just a little closer. I can also pull, and that gives me a little more power that way. And now even closer, I had some trouble right in here, so I tried using my nail and my finger, and I discovered that I can actually pull this bit off with my hand. So that's nice when that happens. And I'm going to pull to get the last bit off. And now you can watch me backing up a little. You can watch. I'm just going to sweep up and notice my neck is free. My head is moving delicately away, my shoulders are open, my back is moving back, and I'm just doing the basic movements that I need in order to sweep up. I don't need to get in here doing all that. I can really keep some distance and space so that my body doesn't get tired out. Okay, next we're going to do some caulking. Okay, now I've scraped it all, I've brushed it off, and we just have to do wiping with a damp cloth just to make sure there's nothing left. And again, remember, we're going to open and lengthen. You can do it with strength, but not shortening. Now we're ready to cut off the tip of this tube of caulking. Now this is going to take a little bit of effort, but I'm going to keep my body nice and open. And there we go. Now, I'm ready to squeeze a nice line of caulk along here, but I'm going to show you a way to do it in a different position. I'll get rid of my stool. And I'm going to use a towel to kneel on. And now I'm going to do an Alexander technique, slightly adapted lunge. So using this lunge, I'm going to direct my head to move up, my whole body to follow, step forward, and now as I send my energy up and out the top of my head, my back's widening back, and I can lower down onto my knee. Now I think I'm in a good position to slowly squeeze out my bead. So you can come in and look a little bit. And don't worry about if it's not perfect, because we're going to do a little bit of cleaning up with this bead. Okay, now here's the little bit of magic we're going to do to make it even easier. Take a little bit of a mixture of water and dish soap, and a little bit of a spray is going to make this really smooth when I use this tool to scrape. Now the thing about this tool is it scrapes a lot off, so that's why I need these nice pieces of newsprint to scrape off the excess from time to time. Now this is a little tricky. Got plenty of newspaper, so I keep cleaning it off. All right, now we're going to do it on this other side, starting from the corner. Slide. And now we've got it caulked, and I'm just going to do a little bit of cleaning up. And again, as I do that, I'm going to be very careful not to get in here and do it this way, but keep my distance, keep my open body as I clean up just the little places where there's a little extra caulk. Now we're done, and we got a couple of extra things we need to think about if we're going to use the Alexander technique. And if you wait for a minute, at the end of this video, I will show you all of the tools that you need. So now I'm going to go back to my lunge position. I'm going to send my head away from the lower knee, and I'm going to let my whole spine lengthen, and I'm easily going to come up, and that's how I get out of the tub.